Sweet dreamers, welcome to a new magical story. Today's story is about Snowflake the Special Sheep. Once, in an enchanting winter landscape, there was a small village called Cozyville. Snowflakes gently floated down, covering the streets and houses with a thick layer of white magic. The inhabitants of Cozyville were busy decorating their homes and preparing for a special winter celebration. In the center of the village lived a very special sheep named Snowflake. Snowflake had a coat as soft as freshly fallen snow and a playful sparkle in her eyes. She was always cheerful and loved adventures. On a cold winter evening, when the stars in the sky twinkled like sparkling diamonds, the celebration began in Cozyville. Colorful lights illuminated the streets, and the scent of hot cocoa and freshly baked cookies filled the air. Children joyfully ran around, while adults laughed and enjoyed each other's company. Snowflake stood in her cozy sheepfold, gazing outside. She felt the excitement in the air and eagerly wanted to join the winter celebration. With a leap and a breeze of excited bass, she ran to the party. When Snowflake arrived at the village square, she was greeted with amazed looks and cheerful smiles. The children were delighted that Snowflake wanted to be part of the celebration. The villagers had an idea. They decided to decorate Snowflake with colorful ribbons and bells. Snowflake loved being adorned, and she proudly paraded through the village. Along with the children, she danced in the moonlight, while the music of joyful Christmas songs filled the air. The stars above seemed to dance to the rhythm of the music. After some fun in the snow and admiring the beautiful decorations, Snowflake noticed that her eyes were getting heavier. The excitement and joy of the celebration had made her a little tired. The children gently took her back to her cozy sheepfold and covered her with a warm blanket. As Snowflake drifted into sleep, she dreamt of a winter wonderland full of adventures and friendship. The celebration continued in Cozyville, and everyone enjoyed the magic of winter togetherness. And so, under the glittering stars and the gently falling snowflakes, the inhabitants of Cozyville spent an unforgettable night with Snowflake, the cheerful sheep that made the winter celebration extra special for young and old alike. And as the night progressed, the children of Cozyville dreamed of new adventures that the next day would bring. Winter Picnic. The next morning, Nusker Village woke up under a sparkling blanket of freshly fallen snow. The sun broke through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the village. The residents were still filled with the festive spirit from the previous evening. Everyone remembered the joyful dance of Snowflake and how she had enriched the winter celebration with her presence. Snowflake awoke from her cozy sleep and stepped cheerfully out of her sheep pen. She was greeted by smiling faces and the excited voices of children who wanted to thank her for the magic of the previous night. The villagers decided that the celebration was not over yet. They organized a winter picnic in the enchanting forest at the edge of Nusker Village. Everyone was invited, including Snowflake. The children had already filled picnic baskets with treats such as sandwiches, fruit, and delicious hot chocolate. Snowflake, adorned in her colorful ribbons and bells, led the procession towards the forest. The path was adorned with lanterns that emitted a warm light, and the snow crunched under their feet with every step. The forest was a magical place full of glistening icicles and friendly animals emerging curiously from their hiding places. In the heart of the forest, they laid down warm blankets on the snow, and everyone nestled in cozily. Snowflake grazed happily on some juicy green grass while the children made snowmen and threw snowballs. The picnic began with a cheerful tune played by a village musician on his guitar. The children laughed and danced while the adults enjoyed the company and delicious treats. Snowflake watched with a smile, feeling happy amidst so much joy. After a day full of fun and adventure, Snowflake brought the children back to the village, where their parents awaited them with open arms. Nusker Village was now even more infused with the magic of winter joy, and Snowflake became the symbol of warm friendship and togetherness. And so life in Nusker Village continued, with Snowflake as the cheerful sheep that made every winter celebration special. The memory of that enchanting night and the winter picnic would always stay in the hearts of the villagers, a splendid story passed down from generation to generation. And as the snowflakes continued to fall, Nusker Village remained aglow with the warmth of friendship and the magic of winter. Sounds of Christmas carols. And thus, the next winter arrived in Cozyville, and the residents eagerly awaited the upcoming winter celebration with Snowflake. This time, they decided to arrange something particularly special, an enchanting parade of light throughout the village. Children worked diligently to adorn lanterns with shimmering glitters and twinkling stars. Snowflake, still dressed in her colorful ribbons and bells, was once again the shining centerpiece of the preparations. She pranced happily around, occasionally emitting an excited "bah," as if she sensed that something magical was in the air. On the evening of the Parade of Light, the villagers gathered in the village square. The lanterns emitted a gentle, radiant light, casting the entire village in an enchanting ambience. Snowflake proudly stood at the head of the procession, her bells jingling with each step. Children and adults followed Snowflake through the winding streets of Cozyville, their lanterns gleaming like little stars in the night. The houses were adorned with sparkling lights, and the residents peeked out of their windows with glistening eyes. Along the way, they paused for a moment of reflection at the village church, where the sounds of Christmas carols filled the air. Snowflakes fell gently like soft kisses, and the lanterns danced to the tunes of the music. The procession concluded once again in the village square, where a grand Christmas tree stood, radiating brilliance. Snowflake stood beside the tree, and the villagers gathered for a warm get-together. Stories were shared, songs were sung, and everyone exchanged treats. As the night drew to a close, the villagers expressed their gratitude to Snowflake for her enchanting contribution to the winter celebration. They understood that the cheerful sheep had not only enhanced their festivities but had also filled their hearts with her contagious joy. And so, life continued in Cozyville, year after year, with Snowflake as the cherished guest of every winter celebration. The enchantment of the winter spectacle and the warmth of friendship kept the villagers connected, and Snowflake, the sheep with the soft coat and sparkling eyes, remained the radiant centerpiece of the magic in Cozyville. And when the snowflakes began to fall again, the children knew they could anticipate a new adventure with Snowflake, the sheep who filled the heart of their winter celebration with joy and wonder. Good night.